The power grid's been dark for 72 hours. Your neighborhood watch group disbanded after the second night of screaming. There's a guy 2 streets over sitting on his roof with binoculars, and you're pretty sure he's not birdwatching. The police stopped answering calls yesterday. Your Ring doorbell is just a decorative plastic circle now, and you've got maybe half an hour before the sun goes down and things get really interesting. No worries, we're turning your suburban crack box into a hardened position using duct tape, spite, and whatever's sitting in your junk drawer. Let me show you how to build a home fortress that makes burglars pick literally anywhere else. Phase 1. Reinforce the front door. Your front door is held together by screws the size of a toddler's fingernail. The strike plate, that little metal thing your deadbolt slides into, is attached to decorative trim with hardware that couldn't stop a motivated golden retriever. One kick, that's all it takes. One size 11 boot and your secure entry point becomes a welcome map. Congratulations, you've just invited them inside, but we're fixing that. Grab your drill. Find the longest screws you own. I'm talking 3-inch, 4-inch, the kind you bought for that deck project you never finished. Rip out those pathetic 1/2-inch screws from your strike plate and hinges. Replace them with the long boys. Drive them deep until they hit the wall studs behind the trim. What you've just done is turn your door frame from a suggestion into a structural component. When someone kicks this door now, the force doesn't just break the door. It transfers directly into the bones of your house. They'll break their foot before they break your door. That's 3 minutes of delay for 6 screws. Better odds than you had this morning. Phase 2. Secure the windows. Windows are not security features. They're pre-installed entry points wrapped in a thin layer of suburban denial. We're making them expensive to use. Duct tape is your first weapon. And yeah, I know that sounds stupid. Crisscross every ground floor window with duct tape in a grid pattern. Not decorative, structural. When glass breaks, it shatters. But taped glass, it's spider web. It holds. It stays in the frame like a stubborn jigsaw puzzle made of knives. An intruder breaks the window and is faced with a sticky, jagged, clinging mess that'll shred their arms. And it's loud. Every piece of glass they peel away sounds like someone eating chips in a library. You'll hear them. Now shove your heaviest furniture against the windows. Dressers, bookshelves, that treadmill you've been using as a clothes rack. Make it so even if they get through the glass, there's a 200-pound obstacle waiting. They'll need to move it, which means noise and time and effort. The 3 things criminals hate most. Keep your curtains closed. Not because you're hiding, but because they can't see what you have or where you are or if you're armed. Uncertainty is a psychological weapon, and it's free. Phase 3. Disable the sliding door trap. Sliding glass doors are an architectural joke. Most can be lifted right off their tracks with nothing but arm strength and basic physics. Cut a piece of wood, a broomstick, anything rigid, to fit perfectly in the track. The door won't slide. Done. Go further, though. Drill a hole at a downward angle through the sliding door frame and into the fixed frame. Drop a nail or a bolt through it. Now the door is pinned. They'd need a drill to get through. Too loud, too slow. Bonus move, smear the outside handle with grease or that expired mayonnaise in your fridge. Make it disgusting to touch. Is it petty? Yes. Does it work? Also yes. 4 minutes just killed sliding door vulnerability. Phase 4. Eliminate the garage door exploit. Garage doors can be opened in 6 seconds with a wire hanger. There's a little emergency release handle inside. An intruder pushes a hanger through the top gap, hooks it, and pulls. Boom, they're in. And now they're in your garage, which connects directly to your house. So zip tie that release handle tight. Use multiple ties. You can still yank it free in a real emergency, but a flimsy coat hanger won't have the leverage. Problem solved for 30 cents. Next, unplug the opener. No power means no automatic opening. They'd have to manually lift a 150-pound door, which is loud, slow, and completely visible. Everything you want. Finally, park a car inside if you can. Even if they get the door open, there's a 2-ton obstacle in the way. They're not moving through that quietly. Phase 5. Psychological warfare. Security isn't just physical, it's mental. You want them to think your house is a bad idea before they even try. First, fake the dog. Don't have one? Doesn't matter. Put out a massive steel water bowl by the back door, the kind for a Rottweiler. Toss a chewed-up rope toy in the yard. Clip a heavy chain leash to your fence. Post a "Beware of Dogs" sign with something that looks like it eats intruders for breakfast. Why does this work? Because dogs are chaos. They bark, they bite, they're unpredictable. Even a 10% chance of a dog is enough to make most criminals try next door. Next, big muddy boots by the door, size 13. It suggests a large working-class person who's home and owns tools that double as weapons. Doesn't matter if you're 5'2", they don't know that. Then noise. Leave a radio on. Talk radio is best. Voices mean people. People mean witnesses. Witnesses mean risk. Finally, lights on timers. Living room for 20 minutes, then off. Bedroom light on, then off. Kitchen cycling. It looks like someone's awake and moving through the house. Phase 6, harden the perimeter. You've locked down the house. Now make the approach itself miserable. Dump bags of gravel under windows and alongside paths. You cannot walk on gravel quietly. Every step sounds like a snare drum. It's a natural alarm system that costs almost nothing. Next, thorny plants. Got rose bushes? Drag them under the windows. Anything with thorns becomes a biological barrier. It'll shred clothes, skin, and leave DNA evidence. Not worth it for them. Last, make movement dangerous. A garden hose stretched across a dark path. A fake motion light fixture with a visible sensor. They'll assume it works and avoid that entire area. Each obstacle stacks. Phase 7, the safe room contingency. Everything we've done buys you time. But if someone gets through, you need a fallback. Pick one room. A bedroom is best since you're already there at night. Reinforce it the same way you did the front door. Long screws, a barricade, a strong lock. Inside, keep a charged phone, a flashlight, a weapon, water, and snacks. You might be in there for hours. Train your family with a code word, pineapple, thunderstorm, something you'd never say by accident. When they hear it, everyone goes to the safe room. No questions, no heroics. Here's the beautiful part. The science of why this all works. You're not trying to build a bunker that could survive a military siege. You're just trying to be slightly harder to get into than the house next door. Criminals operate on a risk-reward calculation. Every single obstacle you add increases their risk and kills their timeline. Every second spent trying to get in is another second they might get caught. The 3-minute rule is real. If it takes longer than 3 minutes to break in, they bail. Your reinforced door is 3 minutes of kicking. Your fake dog is instant psychological doubt. Your gravel path is constant noise anxiety. When you stack enough of these small obstacles, the math stops working in their favor. You're not creating an impenetrable fortress. You're creating a house that looks worse than every other house on the street. And in survival, that's all you need.